Good afternoon, good evening, good night, beautiful people, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Divine Soul Awakening. We are a group of psychic and spiritual mediums, and we're coming together to help everyone awaken, align themselves with their higher selves and soul's purpose, and lifting up humanity. Today's agenda, we're going to be talking about how we've discovered our gifts or our awakening, and I'm just going to start out with a quick little introduction. And Jelle, why don't you start us off and give us a quick introduction of who you are?
Hi, thank you, Kan. My name is Jelle van der Knaap. I am from the Netherlands. I've been improving my spiritual gifts for about a year now. And I've been also been leading a practice mediumship group in a private Facebook group, which will be incorporating these exercises in these sessions as well.
Excellent. Thanks, Jelle. And my name is Khan Mustafa, also known as Khan Knight. I am also a spiritual medium, and I am really studying quantum physics, psychoneuroimmunology, and healing the body by raising our vibrations and talking to the body. And I'm documenting that on my YouTube channel. Over to you, Kristie.
Thanks, Khan. Hi, everybody. I'm Kristie, and I am, first of all, forever a infinite student. And I am a medium and a channel, and I enjoy doing oracle card readings, and I enjoy assisting in guided meditations. And I hope that we can communicate with all of you guys and have a great time together. And I'm so excited to be here with everyone. Love you all.
You're muted, Kan.
Let's hear from you, Rachel.
Hi, everyone. I am Rachel Sawani. I am a spiritual medium and intuitive coach. I channel messages for soul growth and ascension, and I support others in their awakening process by helping them to open up their intuitive channels, connect to their spirit guides, and align with their higher selves and life's purpose. So I'm really excited to be here with all of you and to learn and grow together.
Excellent. Thanks, Rachel. Martine, let's hear from you.
Hey everyone, I'm Martine Felton, and I am a writer, a medium, and an intuitive life coach. I coach people on self-care and self-love and transformation and emotional healing, really assisting them in living their best lives and stepping into their power. I'm happy to be here with all of you. Thank you for creating this space for us.
Excellent. Thanks, Martine. And finally, the wonderful Desiree.
Hi, everyone. I'm Desiree. I'm a spiritual medium, intuitive life coach, a healer, and I love oracle cards. I really enjoy giving oracle card readings and life coaching tips, and I'm here to assist humanity with raising the vibration and helping everyone become the best versions of themselves.
Excellent. So everybody, that is our panel. I see lots of people showing up in the comments now. Jelle is our producer of the show, and he's going to be making sure that everything runs really smooth. The big thing that we're doing here is a lot of chit chat. We're just going to be sharing our experiences today. Again, today we're going to be talking about how we discovered our gifts and awakening. And primarily we're going to hear from Martine, Rachel, and myself. And then next week we're going to hear from the other three. We're going to end this off with some Q&A, any messages you want to receive from Spirit, whatever you want to have or ask us, we're going to be doing, and we'll finish up with those viewer readings. So let's start it out by coming to our panel, and I'm going to ask Rachel, can you share with us, how did you first become aware of your gifts or first come into your awakening?
Well, I think that we're all born with gifts, but maybe we're not taught how to tune into them, or maybe we're taught to tune them out. My experience was I was taught to tune them out. So there was many factors that played into that, but basically I feel that I've always been very clairsentient, very claircognizant. Those seem to be my dominant clairs. Later on, I developed clairaudience and clairvoyance, but when I was young, I just felt things more deeply than others. I seem to be very highly sensitive to changes in energy, other people's feelings and emotions, so much so that I think I took on others' emotions as my own much of my life. And so I spent a lot of time in my early years just trying to figure out who I was, where I belonged, what my truth was. And I've really been searching for that all my life. And I was also raised a Jehovah's Witness. So I'm not sure if you want us to get into that part of the story, the awakening part. But yeah, that's kind of where I am with my gifts anyways, or how I perceive them developing.
Awesome. I mean, it really is whatever you want to share and put out there. And I think it is very interesting that you had one that you came from a certain religion and a different ideology, and now you've shifted into something else. So yeah, I'd love to hear about that too.
Yeah. So I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and if you're not familiar, it's a form of Christianity. It's very exclusive in their teachings. So there's a lot of differences between that and other sects of Christianity, like Catholicism. But the overall general message is the same. And also, they're very strict in kind of limiting in their viewpoints. So they're not very accepting of other points of view. And so in that religion, we were taught basically mediumship was like totally taboo. I mean, that was just not even something I even considered. That was like demonic. It was, there's a lot of fear around that, a lot of judgment around that. So I wasn't really drawn to that in my early years, but I was really just wanting to develop my relationship with God. So that's really what I wanted, was searching for meaning in my life. Like, what is my higher purpose? Why am I here? So that belief was really all I knew. So I just turned to that and I tried to do that the best I could. I tried to be as good in the eyes of God as I could be. And, you know, it was helpful in a lot of ways. It kept me out of trouble. It kept me on a straight path. But as I got older, I just realized that I never really felt connected. Like, it didn't fully resonate with me, a lot of what I was learning. I just felt out of touch with myself. So I struggled with a lot of depression, anxiety, social isolation in my teenage years. And then I had some life circumstances in my like later teens and then early 20s happened to me where I was in kind of a toxic relationship, codependent relationship that didn't end well. And that kind of led to a spiraling of, you know, different issues that started to come up. And as I turned to the religion for help, I just didn't get the help I needed. And they kept pushing me towards medical interventions. And those were just really based around like prescribing medications that also did not help me at all. It just kind of made everything worse. So things just started to spiral for me. And I had a few breakdown moments, emotional, mental breakdown moments. And then it eventually led to me eventually being disfellowshipped from the religion because there was just too much conflict there. I just wasn't in agreement with everything that they were doing and saying. And I kind of let people know that in a public manner at one point, and that got me into trouble. So I got disfellowshipped, and that really was the beginning, I'd say. So that was kind of my dark soul of the night, kind of going through this, like, not knowing who I was, this loss of identity, because that's all I knew growing up. But I also wasn't resonating with it. But I didn't really know what I did resonate with. So I was definitely in search of that. So once I got disfellowshipped, I moved to Arizona because I lived in Ohio at the time. So I moved to Arizona, and that was just like me kind of being born again. I lost touch with all of my family who chose not to associate with me any longer, my friends, because they were still witnesses. And I just took my own path, and I just started doing what Rachel wanted to do. And as soon as I got to Arizona and broke free of all that, I just instantly felt lighter. All of these symptoms that I struggled with for years just started to dissipate on their own. Like I didn't even have to do anything about it. It was just amazing. It was like I felt free again, and all that fear and guilt and shame just started to really lift. So it was really foggy to me. It was clouding my judgment. And then once that was gone, I felt free to be who I was. So I started just pursuing anything I wanted to do. But that was a wake up moment for me, because I realized, like, how is it that all this stuff just like went away? Like, how is it that I was in this really dark place, and then all I had to do was just disconnect from this? And you would think that would cause me to suffer even more, but it actually lifted me up in a way, just removing that energy from my life that I think was holding me back. So once I was free of that, I just moved forward with things that I was interested in. I started getting back into horses because I always was drawn to work with horses. I started studying psychology. I got my bachelor's in human development, and then I went on to get to pursue a master's degree in counseling psychology, because I wanted to help people who were like me, who were struggling, who felt lost, who wanted to find their life's purpose. And then I also met my soulmate in Arizona. So he kind of was, meeting him was like taking a crash course on Spirituality 101. He had already studied meditation. He had already known a lot about Eastern philosophies. So once he introduced me to all of that, I was like, okay, yes, this is it. This is the truth I've been seeking. So I just started exploring all these new ideas and the study of psychology. And then I had a family, so I had 3 kids. So I kind of slowed down my studies. So I didn't finish my master's degree, but I got to the point where I only had 3 semesters left. And that was about a year and a half ago when COVID came on to the scene. That really halted me in my tracks. I was like, okay, I'm going to finish my degree. I'm going to go like back to back and just get it done. But then that happened, and I had to pause, and I just started getting back into spirituality again, started watching YouTube videos, that's when I started getting pulled into mediumship, and I started channeling on my own, and I started connecting with my guides, and then I started getting answers from them, and they kind of started shifting me in a new direction, and that felt right to me because the education that I was getting, I was also sort of not resonating fully on what I was learning. I felt like there was still more pieces that I could use to help people. And so I ended up taking mediumship courses and really developing that skill and practice. And that's kind of where I'm at today. I just decided that's the way I want to help people, is by being a medium, but also by helping them connect to their own power. So that's really what my guides taught me that nobody else taught me, was just how to connect to your own power. You are a sovereign being, and you have the ability to create your own reality. And a lot of that made sense to me based on what I understood from a psychological perspective. So I just started putting into practice these concepts, and it really changed my life. So I hope to share that with others and help them on their process as well.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much, Rachel, for your story. Let's go to Martine next for her awakening story. And did you have any gifts as awareness as a young child, or your story?
I did, but I wasn't really aware of what those things were or what was really happening. I have notes down here, so if I look down.
Yeah, sure.
I always had like a knowing, ever since I could remember. I would know stuff, and I thought that was normal, really. So, and I always had prophetic dreams, and so much so that me and my mom used to constantly talk about our dreams and what they meant. And and I thought that was normal as well, because I grew up in a house where my parents always venerated their ancestors. I come from a Caribbean background, so Haitian voodoo is part of my lineage. So I was always taught to leave water out for your ancestors, coffee, even food. So that was all normal to me. So I didn't really, I was raised, and we were Catholic. So, being raised by Haitian immigrants, when they come to this country, because Haitian voodoo has a stigma, they hide it. So it wasn't like we let everybody know what we were doing, but it was hidden in being Catholic. So my parents always venerated their ancestors. And fast forward to the recent years, about 3 or 4 years ago, I always used to go to mediums and get readings, by the way. So that too was normal to me. Fast forward about 3 or 4 years ago, I went to have a reading with a medium, and he told me that I was a medium. And I was like, what? Are you crazy? Like, I never thought that I could, I would be the roles would be reversed, So then when he had given me 2 other readings, and he kept telling me this. So I said, well, you keep telling me that I'm highly intuitive and that I'm a medium. I already know, I know that I'm highly intuitive, but how can I grow this? How can I develop it? And so he told me, he's like, why don't you just buy yourself some oracle cards or some tarot cards? And I did just that. And I taught myself the tarot, and it took me a while to really get the hang of all the meanings and the archetypes. And it took me a good year to really get it down. I'm not going to lie, but because it's a lot of information. So, and I just started consuming everything I could, like, that had to do with spirituality. I have friends who are, who are into Santeria, who are into Ifa, who are into African traditional religions. So I went down that path a little bit. It didn't really resonate, so I kind of fell back from it. And then, I was always then I started meditating and starting to connect with my guides. So like I said, I consumed all of that information. And one thing that really resonates with me and still does, and I'm still reading the material, is the raw material, the Law of One.
Yeah.
I really, really love that. I don't know why I'm so drawn to that information, but so I started really reading up on that. And I took courses where I met you guys, William Michael Forbes class. I took another mediumship course prior to that. Meditation has really been a foundation for me in terms of, I was always meditating and always feeling energy while I was meditating, but didn't know what I was feeling. I didn't know. I was like, I'd come out of meditation and be like, woo, that was really powerful. And to have all this energy flowing through me, and just didn't know. But now I know. So, so I've been giving tarot readings. That's something I really enjoy doing. A lot of people who have gotten tarot readings from me have said that my cards are the truth. So, and here I am.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Martine, for sharing your story. Let's go to Kan right now for the final one for today.
Yeah.
To share me your story, and also, if after Kan's story, if people want to have some questions for us, please put some hearts in front of it and ask away, and we'll answer some questions. So, Kan, for you, your awakening story, did you have gifts open as a child? How was it for you?
You know, as a kid, I always I loved watching the mediumship shows, and I watched all the chasing the ghost things, and I always wanted to be able to see spirit and connect with it. And I was hungry for it, but I never could, and I never did. And it wasn't until about 20 years ago when I began my martial arts, more than 20 years. I was a martial artist. That's when I started. And after about 10 years, and I first became a black belt, I started developing some issues in my body. And my body, I now look back, and I was looking back, and I realized I was trying to do a left front kick, and it was very labored. And so I would try even harder and train even harder. I was very much in that analytical corporate world with my business, and very structured and very much in my physical senses in trying to control my life. But I also had a deep appreciation because my mother, as a youngster, she made sure that I watched and read all the different types of religions and understand them all. And her biggest thing she's always told me was to respect everybody, no matter who you are around the world. Because so my background is Turkish, and Turkish people are typically dark skin, dark hair. And my mother, being very pasty white and red hair in growing up in Turkey as a Turkish person, she was ridiculed a lot. But at the same time, she was in a mixed religion in a very Muslim-centered country. Her mother was Catholic and her father was Muslim. So she also faced the separation of being in a mixed religion and was really picked on quite a bit. Much like how we saw mixed races here with whites and blacks maybe about a decade ago here. Now it's pretty common and a beautiful thing, but before it was very hard to see. So in these Muslim-centered countries, it's very hard for her. So when they came here and I was born here, my mother made sure that I respected everybody and I understood everyone's religions and backgrounds. And that was a huge piece for me. As I'm going through my own martial art journey, it's very spiritual. And as I'm developing these issues in my body, I'm feeling that they're telling me that I have MS and that I have transverse myelitis, which is affecting the spine, which is affecting my body. Now, my body didn't really degenerate over time, and it's really just been the last 4 or 5 years, especially. But prior to that, I would just kind of come to get to my own. I was looking into things. I was deeply getting into meditation, the spiritualness of my martial arts. And then about 4 years ago, I went to a friend of mine. She says, "Here, come to a medium with me." And she is a medical medium, and she's going to look into to see what's going on with your body. So I went and saw Jennifer, the medium, and she immediately said, "Oh yeah, you are going to heal yourself," just as I knew inside myself. But then she said, "You're going to write a book. You're going to help so many people with this. You're going to heal yourself. You are gifted and you are a medium as well." I'm like, "Whoa, what do you mean I'm a medium?" And at this point, I was very much like an analytical guy, but I'm open and aware to women and men and our own personal respect of each other. So as I'm going through this, and she's kind of planted the seed that, oh, I'm a medium, and I begin doing meditation, getting deeper into it. My teacher then tells me to go do Vipassana. And Vipassana is a 10 days silent meditation where you hand in your cell phone, you have no communication with anybody, and all you do is meditate every day. And I did that. During that time, I realized that, my physical body is super healthy, because as I was leading up to the meditation, I went on a 66-day juice cleanse, nothing but juices. I became plant-based and only plant-based. So my body became extremely, extremely healthy. And then during Vipassana, I realized that, well, my body is healthy and it's not about manipulating, controlling the body. It's got to be something else. And I had multiple epiphanies in Vipassana where I saw, okay, it's emotional. I have to look at my emotions. It was then after that, I then discovered something called The Power of Eight, which is Lynn McTaggart. And she's an investigative journalist that researches how to use our intuition to affect change in using groups. And she goes back and looks at the research of the power of multiple religious groups and praying within groups. And I'm not a religious person at all, but in these groups, you could see that you can affect change. And she goes through the science and histories while people are using intuition on plants, on how to affect plants. So now I'm diving deep into the scientific research of intuition and how we can manipulate and change that. That then led to the person that took me to Jennifer the Medium, and we did the limbic tagger together. We're now in a group called the Power of 8. So over the course of a year, we are actively doing intuitions. We're going to meditations. We're spending 10 minutes of healing people, and we are affecting change, and we're sharing our experiences. And we're now having correlations say, yeah, I saw that. Oh, I saw that too. I saw that. And we're seeing like, oh, there is a correlation between us. Then Kristen Davies pops into the feed of my friend. And she says, oh, let's look at Kristen Davies. And now Kristen is a medium that is teaching mediumship. So immediately we jump in the course and we start taking the course, and I meet this beautiful soul family. And now I have my tribe. And I realize that, oh, I am not this analytical being, this person that is stuck in this groove to make money, this corporate world. And I'm in marketing, and it's really about manipulating people's psychology in order to buy from them. So from that alone, I had huge awakenings from there, that it naturally just kind of helped just following my intuition and following, well, let me try that. Let me see what else I can do to heal my body. Let me do this. Let me do that. And eventually from taking the Kristen Davies course and being in these groups and practicing together, and that's what this channel, that's what this Wednesday show is all about, is sharing our story, but also getting into practice that we can help others open their intuition and come into their own. And it's how this collective of 6 people came together for us to do this, to share and help other people that are going through ascensions. And today is all about sharing our stories about this. So just following our natural intuition, our guidance, and getting outside of our 5 senses, which is what mediumship is getting outside of your 5 physical senses and learning and in tuning in. And as Rachel said, as you begin to tune in and you begin to see the truth outside of the 5 physical senses, your awareness grows and you see so much more. And things just naturally fall out of your life. Things and I sold my business. I got rid of friends that I just didn't want to be around anymore. I just didn't delve with them. And I meet the soul family in these private Facebook groups, and I realize, oh my gosh, these are the people that I really want to hang out with. These are the people I want to spend my time with. This is really, how do I have such a strong connection with these people, greater than my family, outside of my wife, who's my soul tribe, soul person, my twin flame. There's anyone else that I really connect with is the people on the screen and the people that are sharing in this YouTube channel. So that is my current story. And now I am, as of August 1st, I have all the tools. I know exactly what I'm doing to heal this body of MS and degenerative disc disease, and I'm recording it. And I haven't posted anything yet because I'm struggling with the editing the video and putting something up. But I'm kind of partway through, and that is what's going to be going up next, is these videos to share that we can heal our bodies, we can manifest, and we can also manifest good, and we can manifest bad. So this is why, putting your side on the side of love and really looking at your thoughts and getting rid of those emotions, it is key to really staying in a state of love, in a state of positivity, catching those negative emotions, getting rid of those negative emotions, or changing the patterns to make it positive. And now you're in a perpetual state of positivity and loving guidance, that whatever you manifest, it's going to be great.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let me immediately pop up Lauren's question. She had a question for you. Let's see, which martial arts did you take? She was wondering.
I started out with Aikido when at a young age. So when I was in my 20s, I started out with Aikido, or prior to my 20s. And I then when I got married, so 20 years ago, I then went to a local martial artist. And what I found was a martial art called Choi Lei Fut. What happens was that the person that was teaching there was actually one of Bruce Lee's friends that they used to do rooftop fighting in Hong Kong. So now, and Bruce Lee used to talk about the most ferocious fighter that he'd ever come across and that he's friends with. And sure enough, it was my teacher, Sifu Lung. And Bruce Lee brought my teacher to America with him into San Francisco. And now here I've just kind of stumbled upon one of the greatest martial artists that there was, and I became his disciple. So in Canada, I'm known as his only and one disciple in this martial art of Choi Lei Fut. So he used to pit me against a lot of martial artists in back rooms of fighting, and I'd have to fight my way out, and this was part of what he was his lessons, and that was my spiritual journey. Wow. I then was guided to do Tai Chi, and my Tai Chi master, he is in Indonesia, and he comes into Canada twice a year for 2 weeks at a time. And he teaches us, Tai Chi is the real deal. And Tai Chi is pure defense. You cannot exert energy at all, but you can manipulate and destroy people by not exerting force. It's only if they exert force on you can something happen. So it's a very peaceful martial art, and there's a huge amount of spirituality in there. And that is, Tai Chi is considered the birth of the world and humanity.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I think a lot of people already thought it was the questions for the readings. So if people have more questions about our awakening journeys, please feel free to add more questions about that. And then afterwards, we're going to move to the second part, to the readings. I've noted the names already down. So let's see. I see more about, let me quickly read it. There you go. Let's see. Brother Khan, so mind-blowing to know your journey. So apt on about people disappearing from your life, and those resonates, and like-minded to enter in your life. Thank you. Beautiful. Also, let's see, Kristie or Desiree or Martine, if you want to add something, or, have something you want to share, feel free as well.
I do, because I realized that I skipped through a whole part of my awakening. What really triggered it was because like Khan, I was in corporate America for eons. It seemed that was where I thought my life was going. I was working in media, working in publishing, and so I was working as an editor for a long time in various companies. Anyway, I was working at WebMD, and I got laid off. And so I had a plan for my life. I had recently got married. I had 2 small children. And so we were getting ready to buy a house, and I lost my job. So, you can understand as an adult, you have plans, but the universe has other plans. So that is what really triggered, my awakening, and me getting readings and finding out that I was a medium. And then another part of my awakening was finding out that my mom had advanced dementia, because I wasn't around, because I was working all the time. I wasn't around to notice it. So I felt like I lost my job to find out who I truly am, and also to get my mom into the facility and the care that she needed, because it's really hard to see your parent deteriorate like that. And especially in a disease like dementia, physically, she's fine. It was all cognitive. So this was the woman who spoke with me about my dreams and my prophetic dreams. And we used to talk about the meanings of our dreams. And, she introduced me to spirituality, so it was really hard for me to see her deteriorate like that. So the dementia, the losing of the job, just kind of triggered all of that for me. And I just had like a tower moment for like 6 months. So, and if you're familiar with tarot, you know what the tower card means. So, I just wanted to add that part in. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Well, thank you so much. I put up Tina's question on screen. So if people want to read it and answer it, let's see if we can give her some suggestions.
So Tina, what I'm getting is, going outside, putting your bare feet on the grass or the dirt, even going to an area of water and putting your feet in the water, taking a Epsom salt bath will assist with grounding, along with certain crystals as well, obsidian, rose quartz, what else? I want to say, I said black tourmaline, right? Black tourmaline is really good for grounding. Yeah. So those are some suggestions. I know some of you guys might have some other suggestions.
Yeah, I'm going to say to don't fight it. This is part of the ascension symptoms that we're all going through right now. Yep. And as the ascension symptoms and as your body is changing, you have to remember that the molecular structure of your physical body is changing as well. So you're going to feel like things like heart palpitations and angry for no reason. You're going to just start yelling at people or just be angry for no reason. I know, Kristie, I'm looking at you on this because you've mentioned this a few times as well. And being able to settle yourself, just know that my physical body is going through a change as well in order to receive messages more and be able to get better guidance. So once you kind of realize that, oh, this is supposed to happen, you can kind of let yourself go and ease into it. That would be my suggestion to ease into it. And it's a constant lesson for me to ease into it.
Beautiful. Let's see. Here we have from Soul. Are any of you still afraid to be seen? Is there a question?
I still somewhat am dealing with my ego at times. So, but I work through it. And I find that even more exciting to work through the fear than to just allow the fear to just override me. It's like an adrenaline rush.
Going for the growth.
I'm finding out, and and it keeps me wanting to move forward. So for me, I still have that little bit of fear, but that's the ego, and so I do have to take a step back, and really center myself and say everything's going to be okay. We're fine. We're doing this for the good of all. There's nothing to be afraid of. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I'm in the process of coming out with getting ready to post videos on my YouTube, which I haven't done yet. And so I'm in that step where it's in between steps of going from one step to another. And so it's in the process of releasing that fear, and this show is actually a huge step for me, and so I'm very grateful and glad to be here. But that's an awesome question.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know, and I still have quite a bit of fear in letting people know, but as I'm realizing that I don't really care anymore. It took me a while. It's taken me a year to kind of get here anyways, of exposing myself and putting myself online, and you do have to ridicule yourself against certain comments from people as they say certain things, and letting that go, that realizing we're just here to share our story, and if it can help one person, we've done a good thing, and letting go. So my biggest thing is fear of judgment. So I'm constantly releasing that and letting it go, and that's my process. Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Similar to Desiree and what you guys were saying, I've really overcome a lot of fear about speaking my truth. I mean, I grew up like trying to not stand out in a crowd. Like I didn't want to be seen. I wanted to kind of be like in the background, blend in. But when I started watching videos similar to this, like I was introduced as spirituality, spiritual videos. And I saw people doing this, meeting together and like putting their YouTube videos out there. I was so drawn to it. I was like, oh my God, I want to do that. But then I was like, no, I don't. Why do I want to do that? I don't like being in front of people. I don't like talking in front of people. I'm not comfortable with that. But it was just this other part of myself that I've never really given voice to. that was drawing me in. It's like, well, why am I so drawn to that then? Why do I don't want to say envy, but like, why do I want to do that? Like, there's this part of me that gets excited about the thought of that, sharing in that way. So I just stopped resisting and started going with it. And I just kind of like took the steps that my guides were presenting me with. And each time I stepped a little out of my comfort zone, I got a little more comfortable. So here I am today, which I never thought I would be in this position. And that was only like a year ago that I was feeling that way. So it can happen really fast if you just keep kind of following the breadcrumbs and trusting that when you do take a little leap of faith, you'll be supported. There will be support there for you. There will be a firm ground to stand on or land on. So that's what I've learned through my experience. But, you know, there's always new things to come. So there's always new little challenges. So just even telling my story on here today was a little bit of a nervous excitement about it. But, you know, it's fine. It's good. We're all sharing, and it's such a loving space. So, yes.
Lovely. So let's see. So Sol added another question. Let's see. I think this is more like for the people that did the awakening story. So let's see, Khan and Martine, do you have anything to add? Or is that already answered?
Well, you know, my parents have passed away already. It's really just my sister and my wife. I've been watching her as she's been awakening, and I've just been observing her. And as I observe her, this is what helped me grow into who I am. So immediate family, I'm well supported. I'm one of the lucky ones. It's very well supported by a very loving and nurturing wife that has always supported me no matter what I decide to do. But my sister, on the other hand, she is very much part of this, part of the 3D world and part of the marketing of buying and shopping and satisfying your needs with external goods. But after my parents, so we were never really close. After my parents had passed away, we started to become close, and now she's much closer to me in my heart. But I did mention it to her, and I said, "Oh yeah, well, I'm doing spiritual mediumship now." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, you know, do you talk to mom and dad?" Like, "Yeah, I've connected with them, and it's amazing. It was so much love." And then she just shut up. She didn't say a word. She turned her head. She put her head on her phone and did not pay any attention to me. And we've never talked about it since. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'm not going to bring it up. If she's not ready for it, she's not ready for it. So I planted the seed. I gave it a little taste, just put my toe in the water, see what happened. And it was frigid. So I'm not going
that happens sometimes. I can totally relate to that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So to answer the first question, for me it was with my YouTube channel. I haven't posted videos, but for me it's not overcoming the fear. For me, it's really getting that direct connection to channel messages so I can post a video. So for me, it's like the other way around. You know, I really wanted to do it, but I'm just not there yet. So I'm really improving, and and then I'm gonna post it. So for me, it's the other way around.
But your messages are so good. Like you're channeling.
Well, it's fun, but it's really puzzling it together. You know, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and claircognizance, and I'm puzzling it together, and I get the message. But it's work in progress. It's fun. So let's see. Tina is saying thank you. She's saying regarding her question for grounding. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Is that? I don't know where it's coming from. I'll check it out. Let's see. Tina is saying, I have a lot of them. I tried. Yes, I've been getting like that. And she's saying, thank you. So let's see quickly. Hi, Lisa. Let's see. Sol is saying being present with your body definitely helps you to be fully grounded.
That's a good one. Yeah, definitely being present. Eckhart Tolle and just being present is huge.
Absolutely.
I find I'm present even eating now. Like even as I'm eating a meal, if I'm eating now, I find I'm feeling as I'm chewing and tasting, and I'm much more present even with my eating now. And that's just naturally what's been happening.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's time to move on to the readings. I've noted a lot down already. I hope I can still go back up to get the questions. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. All right. So let's move there. There we go. All right. Let's see. Which is anyone using a deck, or is something you want to share? In the meanwhile,
In terms of what? Sorry.
for the readings, is anyone using a deck or just channeling or?
I'm just going to channel whoever comes in. I know I have a lot of guides around me, so I got Eric and Jesus and Mother Mary around me and Buddha, and
That's plenty.
yeah,
Absolutely. Lovely.
it's like Martine and Desiree have their decks ready.
Yes, and I'll channel too.
That's lovely. All right. So I have the first one is for Soul. She would love a message. So I'm gonna give that one to Khan and Kristie.
Okay.
Then-
The others, yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, are you gonna? Do you want us to start going, or are you gonna assign the others first?
Yeah, you can already. Oh yeah, I'm gonna assign everybody first. That's maybe better, so we don't go cross each other. Audible. Let's see. Then for Anne Voigt, Desiree, Martine, and Rachel, and she has a question. Let's see. Oh, she's just saying, I would love to have a message from one of your guides, one of her guides. All right, Khan. So whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay. So Saul, just a general message.
Yeah.
I just feel this rise of excitement come inside me. My cheeks are raising up. I want to smile. I feel a tingling of energy. And I know I've read for you before on Friday actually, and it hasn't changed. They're just so excited for you. And I'm feeling an increase of energy and vibrations that are coming in. I'm getting it right now. So with the increase of the solar flares, with the increase of the world planet and the vibrations are energizing, I'm getting more and more people are awakening now. And you're going to be a pivotal part in their awakening and helping out their ascension, because you have a very unique story. And that story needs to be heard from those that are not heard. And I'm getting, because you've been held down your entire life, and now that you've overcome that and you are speaking your truth, there are so many women, especially, but I'm getting women and men that have been oppressed for the majority of their lives, and they want to find their voices, but they don't know how. And you are leading the charge to this. I see you on top of, like a Joan of Arc, on top of the mountain with the sword raised up in the air, and you're leading the charge on this, Saul. So Saul, I can see, just keep doing what you're doing, and you're just being thanked. There's so much thanks and appreciation for you helping those and selflessly sharing your story to others. It really is resonating with so many that they can't actually speak up and even show their name. They're too afraid to, but they hear you and they're watching you, and it's so appreciated. Good for you, Saul. Thank you. I hope that resonates.
Beautiful. Kristie.
Hi, Soul. I pulled a card from Oracle of the Angels, and I had two cards that came out prominently, and it kind of goes right along with what Khan was saying. Liberation is one of them. And also transformation. Two beautiful cards that came out. And so this, the message that I'm getting coming through is that you are going through a lot of changes right now. And some grounding exercises would be good for you. Some meditation, quieting your mind. The energies coming in is creating a lot of changes within a lot of us, and taking time for ourselves to integrate this energy. It will take some time for it to integrate and transform what is meant to transform within you. You'll be liberated once this process is through. Take your time and breathe.
See, are you finished? Or maybe she's freezing up.
Yeah, I think she's frozen.
Let's play the theme song. No, so I think we're gonna quickly move to Desiree then. Let's see if we can come back later to Kristie. Desiree, you're muted. For an void.
Okay. Hi, Anne. So when I tapped into your energy, the first thing that I heard was be still. Center yourself, ground yourself, quiet the mind. Okay. I pulled out a card and Hilarion came out, Divine Healing. Okay. Oops, there we go. There's a lot of green here, a lot of heart chakra energy. Okay, and it says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, and so what I'm feeling at this time, there's a lot of energy coming in, and a lot of us are feeling really sensitive at this time, and your guides want you to honor the sensitivity that you're experiencing. Okay, honor your feelings and allow them to guide you into releasing what no longer is serving you and bring in what you want to feel: love, joy, happiness. Your guides are also talking about you have this beautiful, beautiful light within you that I feel at this time you're being really guided to express. Okay, your light is a gift to the world. And at this time, because of the energies that are coming in and the sensitivity with the emotions that you are feeling, including the thoughts, they're asking you to be open to meditating into a state of where you're actually resting and recharging your body to allow yourself to express yourself the way that you want without allowing these lower vibration emotions to really determine how you express yourself and the decisions that you make in your life. So at this time, if you are feeling, because a lot of us are feeling very fatigued right now, Spirit's saying honor that as well, because your body does need time to rest and recharge, especially with all the energies coming in and being integrated into the body. So I hope this resonates with you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Kristie, we sent out a search and rescue for you, but you're back, so welcome back. You were right in the middle of your reading for Soul, so I don't know if you can finish up the last bit, I think, where you think you froze. If that works.
Well, actually, I was speaking about how the energies were coming in crazy and the power goes off.
There you go.
Everything just shut down on me. I was just like, okay.
That's how it goes.
I hear you.
Lovely, lovely.
So it's just a more of a message to be patient with the energies and stay on your path.
Beautiful. All right, then we go to Martine for Anvoot, if I pronounce it right.
Hi, Anne. So I pulled 3 tarot cards, and the first card that came out is the Magician. So you are manifesting, you're really in manifestation mode right now. And you're working with what you have to get what you want and to get the things that you need. So I feel like you're really trying to really make things happen for yourself. And the Page of Swords came out afterwards, which talks about like learning new ideas, taking in, consuming new information or ideas, or learning, taking a class maybe or a workshop, but there's something that you're taking on mentally that there's something that you're taking on mentally that you've been manifesting, you've been trying to manifest for a while, and it's coming together. And then the third card was the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, this could be you or this could be someone in your life, but I feel like it's you, honestly, that you're really tapping into your intuition and tapping really into your emotional side. And that's part of the what's manifesting for you is you learning new things, you really stepping forward and trying to expand and broaden your consciousness and really tap into your emotions. So yeah, that's the message. I hope that resonated for you, Anne.
Beautiful. So yes, and you were asking if the messages were for you. They were. So Desiree, Martine, and now Rachel.
Hi, Anne. So immediately when I read your question or saw your question, the Buddha stepped forward for you. And I'm just really enjoying his energy right now. But it was interesting because the first thing I heard was be still, be in peace. And that's exactly what Desiree started with her message. So I was just like, oh, yes. So I'm getting that Buddha has more of a message for you, but I'm just kind of waiting now. So I'll tune in to see what else he would like to say on that. And he's just saying, yes, dear one, be patient with yourself. You are good enough. You are enough. Know your worth, know your value on this planet at this time as a light worker, as a bringer of light, as a light bearer. He's showing like you're on your trajectory, you're on your path, and he wants you, the feeling is like he wants you to have more confidence, more faith, and that you're following your path, you're following your destiny. And then I'm also hearing something about like settling the energies, or the energies needing to settle. So I'm also getting confirmation on like grounding would be important for you, or staying grounded in the present moment, he's saying. But he's saying you intuitively know this. So he says you're picking up on his messages. You're tuning into his energy fields around you. And you're practicing this in your daily life, in your personal life. So I'm getting the sense that you're really making an effort, a conscious effort to do this more. And he's showing through your own awareness of how energy works. You're manifesting your path, your destiny is unfolding in a divine, timely manner. But he just keeps emphasizing being in peace, so being in stillness. So just quieting your mind and allowing yourself to just soak in all that beautiful energy that you are, and then ground that into earth, and just be more aware of your thoughts, he's saying, how your thoughts shift throughout the day. When they're shifting from like thoughts of ease to thoughts of tension. That's what he's highlighting for you, to feel more peace within and stable within. But the feeling is really, really nice right now, really peaceful, really balanced. And the sense is that you're really making a conscious effort to do this more, and he's applauding that for you. So I hope that resonates.
Beautiful. All right, the next round. Khan, if you would like to do one for Michelle 1 per euro. There was a separate post, so I'll read it for you. Could I please get a message? I guess I'm getting upgrades, and none of my old ways of discerning info works. So something around depth and the timing, or whatever they want. So that is for Khan. Kristie, if you want to do one for Tina, I'll put it up on screen. Let me know when you've read it. Okay. Then we have Grace S. Let me find it. There you go. For Ruthie first. There you go. Desiree for Ruthie.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have for Martine, Grace S. Got it? Okay. And then we have for Carolyn Trinkle Canyon for Rachel. And Khan can fire away when he's ready.
Okay, Michelle. Your boyfriend Eric is stepping up for you. That's he just loves you, so that's who wants to talk to you. And you're asking about your awakening and the changes that are happening. You're being encouraged to just allow yourself to go through it. You're going through a physical manipulation, physical upgrade to your body right now, as many of us are, but even more so with you, because you're continuing to open up your gifts and you're starting to see more, and it's changing. It's not only changing in what you're feeling and perceiving, but it's also in the transmissions of your channeling. The light language is becoming much more pronounced, and it's becoming different. The movements in your hands are becoming different. And this is the shifting of energies and the opening up of that. So you're being encouraged to continue to do what you're doing. I'm seeing to get more grounding in. You might want to try some Epsom salt baths, or going to a float place where they have deprivation tanks where you just fully go in and immerse yourself into a tank of magnesium water, or an Epsom salt bath. I'm seeing you out in nature, and I'm seeing you for you to express yourself in dance. I don't know if you do this. I feel like you almost do, but I see you in nature and connecting with the fairy energy and just the Gaia energy out there that's very light. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of Fae energy around you that you need to continue to open yourself up and express. They really want you in nature. And I'm hearing that there's another soul tribe for you that is your creative nomads, is what I'm hearing. You got to go find your creative nomads. This is where you're truly be able to express yourself without judgment and be in a space that others can keep up with you. Because he goes, you're crazy is perfect. Being you is exactly where you need to be, and you are an inspiration to others as they open up and let go. They see how easy it is, but for you to be more around your own people so that you can really let go and see how far you can go. So go dance, go be crazy, and go find your dancing soul tribe out in nature group. That's where you need to go. So I hope that resonates for you, Michelle. Much love.
Beautiful. Kristie.
Okay, Tina, I seen your message this morning on Facebook, and I also commented on it because it resonated with me myself. I pulled a card for you, and I got higher thought. And this shows the steps going up into the bright light ahead. And what message I'm getting for you is your perspective is changing. And this is allowing you to open up and see more clearly the stuff that that has happened and that you have done and that we all do. And what she had posted about was, I can't remember the post exactly, like word for word. She was talking, and it was how empaths, we tend to worry about what everyone else is thinking and doing and trying to take care of them, opposed to trying to take care of ourselves. So what I'm getting is that your vibration and frequency is rising up, and this is allowing you to see a higher perspective of things. And it also allows you to communicate with others that are going through this and let them know it's kind of a normal phase that we go through. And I'm seeing that you are moving forward with this. It's something that will help you grow. So I think that's all I'm getting.
Beautiful. Desiree. You're muted, Desiree.
Okay. Hello.
Welcome back.
Okay, there we go again. Okay, let's try that again.
Well, good.
All right. Hello, Ruthie. Let's try that again. All right. So when I tapped into your energy, the two things that I heard was keep putting one foot in front of the other and trust your inner guidance, because you're being led right now. You're being guided right now. And the card that came out was Freya. Phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Okay. So what I'm getting right now, and I really feel like you're feeling this as well, is that there is something's about to end. It's either has ended and you have this, you can feel it right now, but I feel like it's actually going to end here pretty soon. The full moon, there's a full moon right here. So what I'm being guided is I'm seeing is like by the full moon, a cycle is going to end and a new cycle is going to begin for you. And the reason why they're telling you to keep one foot in front of the other and trust your inner guidance is because when this new cycle begins for you, you already are going to know exactly what to do. Okay, you're already being guided at this time to how can I put it? To make steps associated with this new beginning. Okay, and I really feel like at this time right now you're already feeling this energy, this ending of a cycle into a new beginning. And so they just want you to make sure that you have that you keep one foot in front of the other and trust the inner guidance that you are receiving at this time, because you are receiving a lot of guidance, okay, on assisting you in moving forward and what it is that you want to do and create for yourself and for others. So I really hope this resonates with you, Ruthie.
Beautiful. Martine.
This message is for Grace S. She asked how to tap more into her psychic abilities. And the card that came out, well, I pulled 3. And the first one is the Knight of Wands. And that talks about really going after what you want. And I feel like you're trying really hard to tap into your psychic abilities. And I think we can all attest to that, that it just, you have to let it happen, and going after it probably will not be the best outcome for you if you keep, it's like you keep going to different doors, and it's like you have like a bunch of keys and you're going to different doors trying to open up the door, but they're not opening. So and the next card is the Strength card, and that's a card of Leo and infinite possibilities. So I really feel like you know what you're capable of. You know that you have the capabilities to channel and to use your psychic abilities. You just need to tune into more of yourself and not think about what it looks like to others, because everybody's abilities are different. And then the third card is the Magician again. This guy keeps coming out. And you already have it. The Magician already has all his tools. He's an alchemist. So you already have everything that you need within you. You don't need to look externally, to amp up your psychic abilities. Everything you have already within you, and just have the inner strength to tap into yourself and not look for things outside of you. That's
beautiful. Beautiful. Rachel?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm answering Carolyn's question. So hi, Carolyn. It had to do with, you were seeing sacred geometry, sorry, and you woke up feeling like you were doing light language. Instantaneously, I had Metatron pop in on that one, and he's one of my main guides anyways, but he's really good at answering those types of questions. So what he was showing me as I was just kind of sitting here tuning into him is a circle with like a cross. So that seems, sorry, I'm like losing my voice here. It seems to have something to do with what he wants to say about that. So I'm going to tune more into that. But then I also, when I tuned into his energy, I felt pressure or like a buzzing with my eyes and my third eye and my crown. So I don't know if you're feeling anything like that. But there's definitely like energy there, something going on there. And but let me tune into him now, because I want him to kind of share what he's trying to share with me. Oh, and I also looked at the clock and it said 10:10. And I feel like he was drawing my attention to that number for you. If there's some kind of meaning, or if you're seeing those numbers, I don't know. So those are the three things that happened while I was waiting to answer. But here we go. Let me see what else he wants to share. So he's talking about the cross. And it's a symbol of alignment. It's coming into your spiritual power. So he's showing it as like opening up your channels. Your channels are opening up. These pathways, energetic pathways, he's saying, are opening up for you. And you're experiencing this in your waking life, but also in your dream state. So he says you're tuning in your dream state. The sense is like you're tuning into your higher awareness in your dream state, and you're accessing these codes, he's saying. So you're receiving these downloads in that receptive state. And he's just showing it as more of like access points for higher knowledge, for higher truth. So I know, Carolyn, there's no chance that it's me answering this question, because I know I've channeled for you before information about ancient symbols and things that were, going to come up for you that were going to help you access this. So it's interesting that this is kind of coming out again through this question, but he's highlighting that it's an access point, and he's also showing like the point of the cross, like being the center point of stillness, of like the 0 point field or energy. And it has to do with your power of manifestation. you bringing through these light codes and integrating them into your system as you sleep. So it feels like the experience feels very surreal, like almost like, is this actually happening? But I'm getting confirmation that it is happening. And it's an integration process for you of light codes. He's saying key code information, just helping you to become more awake or more aware of these other dimensions that are trying to communicate through you, he's saying, using these access points, using the sacred geometry as an access point for communication through your dream state. He's clarifying. Thank you, Metatron. Yeah, that's really cool. I love Metatron, but I hope that resonates anyways for you.
Beautiful, Rachel. All right, a new round for Khan from Mary Scott. Let me know when you've read it.
One guardian angel and the project. Okay, got it.
Okay. Then Kristie for Daksha. Let me know when you've read it. Okay. Let's see. Where is the next one? There you go. Next one for Desiree, Angela. Okay. And then we have Amy Melton. Oh, let's see. She have message. Okay, that's for Martine. Let's see who is next. And we have Tina, Rachel. Tina, she would like a message from her guides. That's later on in the scroll text. So Khan, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Mary, so I took a minute to just kind of tune in, and the name that's coming to me is Diedrich, is your male guardian angel. And I'm seeing Diedrich with blonde hair, blue eyes, medium build. And I'm hearing they've had many lifetimes together, that you've walked the earth together, and you've had a lot of challenges together. In this lifetime, there's a focus for you to gain your independent strength. And I'm seeing you helping possibly teenage girls to help overcome the stereotypical messages that they're getting from media, and to helping them waking into their true selves and finding what's really in their hearts. There's a helping aspect of this. But first, you need to continue with your spiritual growth, which is happening now, which you're aware of, which you're doing, you're seeking. But as Rachel kind of said, for the other message, you also need to just kind of let it happen. Or sorry, Martine had mentioned about using the multiple keys in the doors. I'm seeing that as well. So don't go chasing too many different avenues. Just stick with one and just kind of resonate and use that for a bit, and open up your gifts and just ease into it. This is not a race and this goes for everybody. And it's something that I think we've all learned, that, at the start, when we first started Awaken, we were chasing and chasing and chasing. And then once we realized it just wasn't happening as fast as we wanted, we almost kind of gave up. But then the floodgates opened up, and it really just started coming in once we let go. And I'm seeing that for you as well, that to not hold on too deeply into what you're expecting. But I see Diedrich with you. I see there's another female guide with you as well on your other shoulder behind you. And I see you have a pretty prophetic team around you as well, of of ascended masters and angels with you. So you're very well supported, and they're excited for you that, you finally got it. I think they've been nudging you for a while, but you've been resisting in accepting what this is. But now you're opening up, and they're so excited for what's going to be happening for you. So the next 4 to 5 years, I'm seeing a lot of really cool things. So don't worry so much about the project for now. Just keep on allowing yourself to experience and allowing those gifts to open up on its own. And the easiest way to do that is just keep practicing and just keep doing. You are doing it, but just keep doing it as a daily practice or as much as you can. So I hope that resonates for you, Mary. I'm very excited for you. Very excited.
Beautiful. Kristie?
Okay, my message is for Daksha. Hello. I pulled a couple of cards for you, and I got a door to the infinite, and also got initiation. Okay, and what I'm getting is the break that you took was something that you needed, and you listened and respected what your body was asking for, and you needed to do a little reset. And this actually helped you to get back on track to where you needed to be. And it's also allowing you, this initiation card is kind of like some of the things you were going through with experiencing some negative energy is allowing you to figure out how to process this negative energy and clear it out. So the break that you took was something that you needed, but I am hearing that it is time to move forward now, and for you to not, you don't have to hesitate or wait, just jump right in. And that you have a much higher purpose than what you think in your mind, and go with the flow. Try not to think about it too much, and just you've got some lingering thoughts going on about some things, some different negative things it feels like, but I'm hearing that you just need to let those go and jump right back into it and just go with the flow. And you've got bright things ahead of you. See, that's it's showing that there's brightness coming, so just stick with it.
Beautiful. And Desiree?
Hi, Angela. So when I tapped into Archangel Michael, it's interesting because I pulled Faith came out as well. So his twin flame came out as well. So what I was getting from Archangel Michael regarding overcoming your fears and the resistance of your awakening is first he wants you to know that your thoughts and your emotions aren't who you are, okay? And that fear is just an illusion, okay? He's saying that you can call him in anytime you feel yourself getting overwhelmed with certain emotions or thoughts that aren't serving you for your highest good. And he says, call me in and hand them over to him, okay? He is known for transmuting, negative thoughts, negative emotions, things of that sort, okay? Now, regarding your resisting to your awakening process, he says that this is part of your path. Even within the resistance, there is a learning lesson, okay? So now I want to come back to this card, faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. All right? So with this card, Archangel Faith is his twin flame. And so staying centered, staying calm will really, and staying in the present moment will really assist you with overcoming your fear and the resistance of your awakening. Okay, again, you are going through a process that is specifically designed for you. Okay, so Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith are also saying allow this process to occur. Okay, because this is part of your awakening process. All right. And they also want you to really examine your belief systems as far as how you see the world, all right, and how you see yourself, okay, because this can cause resistance with your awakening as well. Know that you are love, know that you are light, know that you are here to share your love, okay, and fear is something that is there to block you from expressing who you truly are, okay? Again, it is an illusion, is what they're saying, okay? And whenever you do feel yourself in this fearful state, okay, take a couple deep breaths, bring yourself back to present moment, okay? And call in Archangel Michael, call in Archangel Faith, okay? Call in your guides, all right, your family, and ask them to assist you with transmuting this energy. Another thing as well is a tool that you can use. Archangel Michael is referring the tools that I use to assist you with creating a God box or a let go box, where if you find yourself feeling or thinking, writing the thoughts and the emotions down and putting them in a let go box, right? And then finding some type of outlet, whether it be flushing them down the toilet or burning them up to the universe, to stimulating that let go feeling. Because sometimes we do need to feel that let go in order to actually feel at ease and feel very comfortable with knowing, okay, I let go of this emotion. All right, I feel a lot better. So I really hope this resonates with you, Angela.
Beautiful, Desiree. Martine?
Oh, so this message is for Amy Melton. Hi, Amy. The first card is the Ace of Wands. And I really feel like you're having a lot, really intense third eye activation. And a lot of information is coming in for you, things that you're really passionate about. There may be some this all information might be new for you. But this card really screams to me third eye activation. So I really feel like that's happening for you, and you're, I want to say, awakening or getting all new information that you weren't aware of, that you didn't know. And then we have another ace, which is great. So you have a lot of new energy coming in for you, Amy. The Ace of Pentacles, which talks about abundance, and not just, short abundance. Like, this is long-term abundance that you've been cultivating, and you've been working on something for a very long time, and now it's really coming up for you. You're literally digging it out from the earth and bringing it forward. And I feel like this may have a lot to do with a lot of your third eye activations as well. The Seven of Cups is the last card. And that talks about having a lot of options, or maybe being scattered and not fully knowing in what direction to go or what to choose. But I feel like even in the midst of your confusion or having too many options in front of you, I feel like with your third eye activations, you're going to know which way to go. You're going to know what to do. This is something that has been, in the works for you for a long time. So you will pick the right thing. You will do the right thing. You will move in the right direction. And then I can't leave this out, because the Chariot card is a really important card. And the Chariot talks about commitment and moving forward. And so I feel like you are going to be moving forward in whatever it is that you're doing right now. You're going to be balanced. Your feminine and your masculine are going to be really balanced. You know, it talks about that with the white and the black horse there. So you're moving forward basically, and it's going to be balanced. It's going to be abundant, and it's going to be a really passionate start for you, Amy.
Beautiful.
That resonated. That was
Lovely,
great
lovely.
messages.
Rachel.
Hi, my message was for Tina.
Tina?
And I think she just wanted a general message. But
guides, yeah.
what, right? Was it general?
From her guides, yeah.
From her guides, yeah. So Archangel Michael stepped forward like immediately, and he was showing me he showed me the sword right away, and then he showed me like twirling the sword like a baton, kind of spinning it around. I'm going to tune into him for the direct message, but it was kind of in a playful manner he was doing that. So let me see what he wants to say. But he's clearly talking about taking your power back and stepping more forward with your truth. So he's holding up the sword again, and he's pointing to that as your sword of truth, as your sword of light. And he's highlighting throat chakra. So I feel like there's something, it's almost like the feeling is like you need to speak your truth more. Like maybe it feels like there's some energy that could be like stuck there, or like something that just like wants to come up and out, kind of like up from your solar plexus and out. And he's showing me like now kind of like waving the sword, like slashing, like in that kind of a manner. But he's saying it's like a waving of triumph, and victory over your fears and your concerns and your worries and doubts. So the sense is that there's like energy restriction going on. You're holding back from speaking your truth. Maybe it's about something specific or in a general way, but he's guiding you to be more forthcoming. He's guiding you to get centered within, to help ground, to help balance your energy. But he's pushing you to move forward with faith and conviction, that what you have to offer is valuable to the world, is what people need to hear. So it feels like this could also be like a situation in your personal life where maybe you need to speak up a little bit more, or just be more clear in your point of view, or in your self-expression of who you are, your authenticity. That's what it feels like, being more empowered in your personal life to just speak your truth more and feel more confident in what you have to share and what you have to offer as valuable to the world and as needed. So he's just highlighting your light as being needed, and needed to be shared more. So I hope that resonates with you, Tina.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that was all for today. I hand it over to my co-host for the closing words. Come.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us for season 1, episode 1 of Divine Soul Awakening. And our sole purpose is that we're a group of psychics and spiritual mediums, and we've come together to help everyone awaken along with their higher selves and their sole purpose, while lifting up humanity and helping all of you awaken. Join us again for next week, where we're going to hear from the other half of our panel stories. We're going to hear from Yele, Kristie, and Desiree. We'll do more Q&A next week. And then in future episodes, we're going to be going through lots of different practice exercises to help you open and awaken yourselves. If you like, please look in the description of the YouTube channel that you can see all of the ways to get in contact with any of the people on this panel today. We are going to be a regular group, and we're casting on our own YouTube channels as well. Currently, it's only about 3 of us, And next week we'll try and get the other ones. We will get the other ones connected as well, so that we're live streaming on all the channels. And we're also on Desiree's Facebook business page as well. So again, please like and subscribe to our channels. By liking the videos on our individual channels or whatever channel you're on right now, it's going to help this get out to more people. And we really do want to get this message out to as many people as possible to let them know that you are not alone in your awakening process. We are a group of people to help you with that, share our experiences, as well as people in the comments. And it really is for the greater good. So yeah, that's right, Desiree. So much love. So please check our channels, and I think we have some other events coming up this week as well. If anyone just wants to mention it real quick, Rachel, you're on tomorrow, are you not?
Yeah, I host a live weekly event on my private Facebook group called Intuitive Soul Rising, and it's really just a practicing channeling and sensing energies where we bring in 3 different ascended masters each week, and we just channel messages from them. We share with the group what we get, and it's a lot of fun to just participate in that. So you're welcome to join in on that one.
Awesome.
Tomorrow is Thursdays at 1.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Pacific,
Mountain
4 p.m.
Standard Time.
Eastern.
It's Arizona time, so it
Arizona
would be 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time.
Yeah, awesome. And I think Desiree, are you up today, or you have a live?
I'm actually going to be doing a live Friday. I'll be doing my weekend collective reading at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to hop on Intuitive Guidance with Desiree Nicole, my Facebook page, you can join me over there. I do weekly and weekend collective readings along with daily collective readings on my YouTube channel. So
beautiful. And Martine, you're regularly up as well. You have something coming up.
I usually just do weekly tarot collective readings on my YouTube channel. Don't have anything live coming up, but if anyone wants to subscribe, I do put out weekly readings on there.
Beautiful. And I know Kristie and Yele and Kristie will be putting stuff up real soon and doing stuff. And join me again on Friday at connight.com. Or come to my YouTube channel, where we're going to be I'm no longer going to be channeling Eric. I am channeling all beings. So this is what I'm guided to. And I have the team of people. So bring your questions and answers. It'll be a full hour of answering your questions and messages. So join me Friday at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Time. So much love, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
love you.
Have a good day.
Bye.